This morning, the explosive public feud between President Trump and Elon Musk turning vindictive and personal. The president breaking his silence after the billionaire called his signature spending bill a disgusting abomination.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore.
Musk warning about the level of spending in the bill, which the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office says will add $3 trillion to the national debt. Sources tell ABC News Musk personally pushed Speaker Johnson not to get rid of a tax incentive to buy electric vehicles like Tesla.
I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate.
Musk was once considered the president's most powerful advisor, leaving the administration just days ago with an Oval Office farewell and a gold key to the White House.
Thank you, Elon.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
He spent $200 million of his own money to help Trump and Republicans get elected, appearing at events with a chainsaw, promising to slash spending.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
The president tapping him to lead the Department of Government Efficiency, giving him the power to gut entire agencies and fire federal workers. But now the president says he didn't need Musk or his money to win.
I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway.
And dismissing him as a disgruntled former employee.
They leave and they wake up in the morning and the glamour's gone. The whole world is different and they become hostile.
Musk clearly listening, outraged. Writing on social media, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election," adding such ingratitude and suggesting he'll start a new political party. Then pushing back on Trump's claim that he knew what was in the bill, calling that false. "This bill was never shown to me even once." The president turning up the heat, writing, "Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave." Trump then threatening to cancel his $20 billion in government contracts. Musk then threatening to pull NASA's only ride to the International Space Station, writing, "In light of the president's statement, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately," later backing off, saying he won't do that after all. Musk also saying Trump's tariffs will cause a recession and calling for the president to be impeached. As the attacks turned more vicious and personal, Tesla stock started to plunge, the company losing more than $150 billion in market value. But the billionaire not letting up, writing, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT." Musk, of course, they are referring to Jeffrey Epstein, who was convicted of sex trafficking. He took his own life in prison, providing no evidence to back up his claims. In the middle of this very public feud, you have some public figures trying to broker peace. So take Kanye West, for example. He wrote on social media, quote, "Bros, please know we love you both so much." And hedge fund manager Bill Ackman writing, "Musk and Trump should make peace for the benefit of our great country." Musk responding to that post saying, "You're not wrong." Could be a sign that things are cooling off, but such tense and visceral words have been exchanged over the last 24 hours, George.
Social media had a field day. Okay.